Well, the thing is, a lot of people, when they think about business lines of credit, they automatically think about banks. But you know what? Credit unions are also great opportunities for business lines of credit. So, in today's conversation, I want to share with you the top 5 credit union business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for fast approval and large amounts. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging from the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to share with you the top 5 credit union business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for fast approval of large amounts. Okay, so basically, we are talking about you have a business and you believe that your Equifax FICO score is kind of high. So you want to listen because this is the kind of credit union that you want to apply for if you are looking for a business line of credit. So number 5, we have Credit Union. Our score 8/10. So this is great for sole proprietorships, single member LLCs, and independent contractors. So Credit Human doesn't actually have a business line of credit per se, but they do have a personal line of credit that you can actually parlay into a business line of credit if you own a sole proprietorship, single member LLC, or you are an independent contractor. Okay, and what we love with Credit Human is the customer service. Fantastic. You know, customer service, they're really great, and their line of credit is kind of cool. You can use it for business. Okay. And the cool thing here is that you can borrow anytime up to your pre-approved limit. The limit can go all the way to $25,000. We have seen cases where they actually approve folks for $50,000. Okay, so Credit Union is kind of cool also in terms of the low monthly payment they allow you to make. Okay, they're not asking you for large amounts every month. No, they actually will work with you. They'll work with you on a payment amount that really works for your budget. Okay, and the cool thing is that you can access the line of credit by debit card, online banking, phone, or by writing a check. So they will work with you, whatever works for you. Okay, you can apply for great rates and terms. Their rates are affordable too. I mean, we love the customer service. We also love the rates that they actually offer. Okay, and this is kind of cool. And one thing you need to understand is that membership in Credit Human is actually open to everybody. Okay, you don't have to actually be part of any geography, any biology, or any profession to qualify for Credit Human. Okay, they give them a call. They'll let you know how you can qualify. Okay, you can also easily access your line of credit online. Okay, they have a great app. They have a great website, and everything works fantastically. Now, if you have a question, it's always good to contact them because they'll let you know whatever you need to actually access this line of credit. But basically, they will check your Equifax. Okay, if you have a minimum 600, you should be good to go. Okay, and of course they will ask you about your business. They will ask about they want to see some financials. Okay, making sure that you are financially responsible yourself. They'll ask you about your tax returns and so on and so forth. But Credit Union 8/10. Number 4, we have NIHFCU. Our score 8.5/10. This is another great credit union when it comes to business lines of credit. They pull Equifax. Okay, and what we love with NIHFCU is the flexibility. They give you flexibility in terms of they're not restricting the money or what kind of use you can make when it comes to the money. In other words, they'll make sure that, of course, you need to explain to them what you need the money for. Okay, and they'll actually make sure they work with you. One thing I want you to understand here is that their business lines of credit and business loans allow you to do a lot of stuff. As a member, you can purchase or refinance real estate. You can help manage your cash flow. You can grow or start your business, or you can purchase equipment. Okay, so this is really great. And besides flexibility, we also love the fact that NIHFCU has personalized advice. This is, in our view, the best credit union when it comes to business line of credit and personalized advice. In other words, they will work with you. They'll look at your financials. They'll look at your business history, your operational history, and they will actually suggest to you the line of credit that you need, especially the amount. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And what we love here is that NIHFC will work with you in terms of if you need other lines of credits. See, the thing here is that they will give you a business line of credit, but if you let's say you need a business loan in addition to the business line of credit, or you need a business credit card, they are they'll work with you. Okay, we suggest, if you are interested in NIHFCU, to contact actually a rep and sit down and have a conversation. So they actually call those reps business lending specialists. Okay, so you want to request a complimentary, no obligation business loan consultation with the business lending specialist, so that you can actually expose everything you need, everything you want from them. You can make sure that you bring your financials, though. You want to bring your financial statements. Okay, you also want to bring your personal tax returns or your business tax returns. If you have a business plan, that will be fantastic. It will be wonderful. They love that. They love granularity. NIHFCU loves details. They love detailed financial statements. They love detailed operational statements. They love anything you can bring about the business that actually shows that your business is legit. And one thing you need to also think about when you go to NIHFCU and ask them for a business line of credit, I want you to make sure that you are able to have a number in mind. Like, if you want to borrow 40,000, okay, at least have that number in mind, and you want to justify why you need that number. It's not about just throwing a number out there and say, listen, I think I need 40 grand. Okay, you need 40 grand for what? For what? So you have to be in a position where you can articulate clearly. Okay, we're talking about granularity here, details, why you need the $40,000. Number 3, we have Highway. Our score, 9/10. Highway is a great credit union when it comes to business line of credit and product availability. Okay, in other words, they have a lot of products. Okay, you can pick and choose depending on what you're looking for. Okay, and the cool thing here is that their line of credit, their business line of credit, is great if you need extra funds to, let's say, handle an unforeseen event. Okay, let's say you have a business that is seasonal, that might need a cash boost during the off season. I mean, everybody goes through that. You have highs and lows, you have ebbs and flows when it comes to your liquidity. And this is kind of cool. So Highway has a business line of credit. Sometimes they call it commercial line of credit. Okay, so this is kind of cool, and you can actually they actually offer both secured and unsecured options in it to assist you when it comes to managing your cash flow. So let's say if you have great assets that you want to collateralize for this business line of credit, that works too. They'll take everything. Okay, but if you don't have assets, or you don't want to pledge assets, pledge business assets, they will work with you as well. So you have that duality here. Okay, you have two options, unsecured or secured options. Okay, one thing we love with Highway, again, as I said before, not only do they have product availability, but they also will work with you in terms of the draw period. Okay, some credit unions are very risk averse. Okay, they are very conservative. They'll tell you, hey, listen, your draw period is 5 years. But with Highway, they will accommodate you. Do you want a draw period of 3 years? Do you want 2 years? Do you want 5 years? Talk to me. Talk to them. Okay, they'll work with you. And the cool thing here is that the business line of credit from Highway has a lot of interesting features. Like, this line of credit helps your business with seasonal and short-term cash needs. They might approve you all the way to $50,000. That's a business line of credit. It saves you time. It's flexible. Okay, they have some of the lowest rates we have seen in the industry. They have fewer fees. Okay, and what we love here is that you're able to access your cash, your line of credit, 24/7. Okay, not a problem at all. And on top of that, they have a great app. Okay. Wonderful. One thing I want to say here is that it's just a lot better if you have questions. If you have any concern, any comment, you want to contact them and ask for more information. Alternatively, you can drop us a comment below. You can ask us questions and we'll get back to you. Not a problem. So the number, in case you're interested in calling them directly, is 651-291-1515. Again, the number is 651-291-1515. So Highway, when it comes to a credit union business line of credit that pulls Equifax for fast approval and large amounts, we have 9 over 10. Number 2, Fairwinds. Our score 9.3 over 10. In our view, this is the best credit union for customer service when it comes to business lines of credit. Okay, they are fantastic. I mean, we have been testing them, we've been calling them, and they were always responsive, answering our questions, giving us the recommendations in terms of which line of credit, which business line of credit we should take. They were wonderful. Okay, Fairwinds is great, and what we love is that their business line of credit allows you to streamline your business's cash flow. In terms of one thing you need to remember though, which is a little interesting here, they are very heavy in terms of documentation. They'll ask you for whatever paperwork you have. Okay, so be prepared, be thorough. Also, when you contact them, I want you to be very, very thorough. So you want to bring your business plan, you want to bring your financial statements. I'm talking about your actual as well as projected financial statements. You want to bring your anything that makes your business legit. Okay, we're talking about your articles of organization, if you are an LLC or LP, or your articles of incorporation if you're a corporation. In other words, you're a C corp or S corp. Okay, so this is important. They are very heavy in terms of so they might also ask you to provide your business tax returns or your personal tax returns. It really depends. In some cases, especially if you're asking for a large loan amount or a large line of credit, okay, because the maximum they can actually finance is $250,000. Okay, so we are talking about $250,000. So they might ask you for your business tax returns, your personal tax returns. So it really depends on the amount and the tenor. In other words, the draw period that you are asking for. Okay, but good thing is they have excellent customer service, so they can actually answer any questions you have. Okay, and their lines of credit actually can help you handle short-term credit needs like inventory purchases with a revolving line of credit. Okay, so this is really good. You can manage your businesses day to day and ensure that you are always in control of your finances. So this is really good. I mean, the flexibility the added flexibility, the extra flexibility that you have in terms of managing your cash flow, that's just fantastic. So when it comes to Fairwinds, you have 2 types of business lines of credit. So they have small business lines. Okay, so this is for short-term working capital, seasonal purchases, inventory, or payroll, right? So you are able to actually get that, and it has a low annual fees and financing of up to $250,000. And then they have the commercial lines. Okay, so this is actually an opportunity where you get a customized solution for your business's borrowing needs. Okay, so whether you're managing the differences in receivables and payables or need extra liquidity during your peak season, a commercial line of credit will give you peace of mind during fluctuations in business. Okay, and here we are talking about all the way to $1 million. $1 million. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about the top 5 credit union business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for fast approval and large amounts. Number 1, the best of the best in our view, Service Credit Union. Our score 9.7 over 10. I mean, members of our team, we have been members of this credit union for the last 30 years, and it's just a fantastic credit union. And this is great. This credit union is great for fast service. When you think about service, I want you to think about fast service, okay? In terms of the underwriting, in terms of approving your business line of credit, fantastic, okay? So when we think about service, their business line of credit is kind of similar to a business credit card from Service, okay? They give you flexibility in terms of accessing your cash, in terms of tapping into it, okay, to take care of whatever financial problem your seasonal business brings to you. Whether you have a dichotomy between your your receivables and payables in terms of timing, and you need actually some cash to sort of plug the gap. This is kind of cool. Now, one thing I want to say here is that when we talk about business line of credit from service, they actually have also a secured line of credit or unsecured. It's totally up to you. It's totally up to you if you want to collateralize the line of credit or you just want to have something that is unsecured. Okay, so using a small business line of credit from service is kind of cool in terms of taking care of your working capital, taking care of whatever liquidity disruptions that you may have. They will approve you up to $100,000. Okay, $100,000. Now you might actually get an amount that is higher than $100,000, but you got to go to the nearest branch. You got to sit with the loan officer. You got to talk to a loan officer and make sure that you have you bring all your paperwork when you meet with that direct. Okay, very important. And if you want to, what is required to obtain a small business line of credit from a service? Well, it really depends. It really depends, but at a minimum, they want you to have your business plan, your financials, okay, your bank statements. Obviously, you got to be a member of service, okay, a business member of service also. And they also ask you to provide your business tax returns, okay. And the cool thing is that with the business line of credit from a service, you are able to keep your company on track, okay. You are able to take your business. You're able to answer whatever concern or whatever obstacles that your operational history throws on your path. Okay, but if you need more questions, please contact 1-800-296-4644, 1-800-296-4644, or email businessservices@servicecu.org, businessservices@servicecu.org. Let me just have a quick, let me give you a few pro tips before we actually, before we continue the conversation. Let's first talk about the overview. When we talk about getting a business line of credit from a credit union that pulls personal Equifax, there are a few things I want you to think about, okay? First of all, you got to think about your personal Equifax. Your Equifax has to be clear, right? You want to make sure there are no derogatory items on that report, okay? If there are, you want to file disputes right now, automatically and reflexively. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, okay? Those are things you want. You have to stay on top of your game, boss. Okay, very important. So your personal Equifax must be clear. Must be clear of any errors, any derogatory items that shouldn't be there in the first place. And then you need to decide how much you need. This is very important, and how much you need will depend on your business's needs. The discrepancy between your business's receivables and payables, those are really important, because when we talk about liquidity disruption, when we talk about liquidity gaps, that's one thing you want to pay attention to, right? This is very important. So you want to decide how much you need based on your operational requirements, okay? Then you have to check your eligibility. All these credit unions you are able to become a member, because there is no restriction when it comes to geography or biology or profession, but you gotta still become a member, okay? And you want to also pay attention to your credit history, your personal credit history, your business revenue, your time in business. Those are important. And you want to research and compare lenders, okay? You have many credit unions that pull Equifax. As I said today, you have Service, you have Fairwinds, you have Highway, you have NIH, you have a Credit Human. So you have to really see which one works for you. And maybe if none works for you, you might want to try banks or online lenders, right? So, I mean, you have options on the table, boss. That's what I want you to think about. And once you do this, you need to gather the required paperwork. Okay, when we talk about the required documentation, we are speaking about personal and business tax returns, business licenses, articles of incorporation, personal and business bank statements. Those are really critical, okay? Your profit and loss statements, your financial statements in general. I mean, your balance sheet, your statement of owner's equity, your statement of cash flows, okay? You got to have also a business plan, right? You need to actually put forward the pivotal elements that underlies your whole operation, and that's the business plan. And if you have a copy of your building lease, this is one thing that might be important. I mean, anyway, you want to contact the credit union that you are interested in and ask them whatever paperwork they ask for the business line of credit. Okay. So once you do this, just submit your application. Submit your application. Preferably, you want to submit the application at a branch, okay, or over the phone. Don't do it online. let me give you a few pro tips before we close today's conversation. Here are a few common business line of credit application mistakes. Okay, one thing you want to pay attention to, you want to actually double check your numbers. Very important. You want to double check your contact information. You want to actually double check other relevant details before submitting. Okay, because if you include an error, this could delay the process or hurt your chances of being approved. That's why we always tell people, you want to contact the credit union itself. Actually, you want to talk to someone who can actually guide you. This is important. Okay, so when listing your contact information, use an email address or phone number that is frequently checked. Okay, because the credit union may contact you with additional questions, which they will anyway. So it's really quite essential for you, right, that you are always on top, that you don't miss a phone call or email. Okay, this is important. You also want to pay attention to the fees. If there are fees attached to the business line of credit, okay, for example, the interest rates, that's the cost, but you also might have a draw fee. You might have a payment processing fee. Yeah, some credit unions actually charge a payment processing fee because, the thing is, if you choose to have the money sent to you via wire transfer, so you might actually have to absorb a fee that is between $15 and $35. Okay, you can actually typically avoid this fee by choosing standard ACH processing, but you may have to wait an extra 1 or 2 business days to receive the funds. You will also have to think about late fee, termination fee, prepayment penalty. So those are really things you have to think about. Okay, and I just want to acquaint you with 3 business line of credit. 3 lenders that actually offer business line of credit. Those are online lenders. In case you don't want to go to a credit union or you don't want to go to a bank, there are 3 alternatives that actually could work with you. So we have Blue Vine. Okay, Blue Vine actually offers business lines of credit between $5,000 and $250,000, and they charge interest rates starting from 4.8%. Okay, and the terms are either 6 or 12 months. So this is really what it is. Then you have OnDeck. And OnDeck offers lines of credit between $6,000 and $100,000 with 12-month repayment terms that reset after each withdrawal, and payments are due weekly. Okay. And then you have Cabbage. So Cabbage offers business lines of credit between $2,000 and $250,000 with 6, 12, or 18-month terms. So this is kind of cool. So you have it there. So you have 3 great options if you're interested in actually exploring other opportunities. You're not interested, like if you don't find your luck with a credit union or with a bank, there are opportunities out there. Before we close to this conversation, please check out this short video about our loan evaluation approach. We do have a strict method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business lines of credit and business loans. Check this out. All right, here are the top 5 credit union business lines of credit that pull personal Equifax for fast approval and large amounts. Number 1, Service Credit Union, 9.7 over 10. Number 2, Fairwinds, 9.3 over 10. Number 3, Highway, 9 over 10. Number 4, NIHFCU, 8.5 over 10. Number 5, Credit Human, our score, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.